Hello, I'm back again. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm Kathy Hampton, and thanks for taking a look at my channel. I'm Kathy Hampton of Wellside Retreat, and I help Black women move away from what no longer serves them and to help them move forward forward to what will serve them well or better or serve them their spirit, body, and mind. So today's talk is about really something about the new year, really. But before we get to that, I always skip over this. I would love for you, if you have never seen my channel before, to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you'll be made aware of what new videos I've uploaded. So today we're going to be talking about the new year, but in my perspective, I don't know, during the new year, the lead up until, January 31st, it's really very hectic. You've gone through all the traditional holidays here in the United States, Thanksgiving, and then the big holiday of Christmas, which is, I think, considered globally. And then you have this another global festivity in celebrating a new year. And for businesses, our corporations that really run the world, unfortunately, there's this big push to the end of the year to get those numbers that they all needed. So there's this grind that we naturally feel. Well, a few years ago, I decided, I'm quitting that mindset of thinking that I have to rush into this new year. And so, and I want to encourage you to consider doing that for yourself. If those are the feelings that you get moving through the holidays, moving through the new year, up until, the ball drops or whatever that is associated with bringing in the new year, the fireworks, finding a place to dance, finding a place to dress up and celebrate it. It becomes a grind. I'm not bah humbug on celebrating something that we hope will be a great time moving forward. It's just how we get there is what this video is about. And I call this time that I actually really start what I consider celebrating is at the afterglow. Now, what's the afterglow, Kathy? You come up with all this stuff. Well, it's actually a term, but I had referred to it as an afterglow before actually looking it up. And it basically is after New Year's when people kind of start winding down. It could be, a week after or 2 weeks. I really mark it at the 2 week phase. And I checked up the definition for afterglow, one word. I use it as two words, afterglow. But according to the Merriam-Webster online dictionary, there are two definitions within one definition, two ways in which this term can be used. The first is a pleasant effect or feeling that lingers after something is done, experienced, or achieved. Now, it's, yeah, so it could be after the celebration, how you feel afterwards. It's the glow, of feelings. You feeling some kind of way, warm and fuzzy, ecstatic, you're still breathing heavy afterwards, and there's this glow of satisfaction that you might feel. The other definition, and I think this is both of them I like, but this definition is a glow remaining where a light has disappeared. And so with that, you see the sun um, setting, and there's this glow in the sky of the sun, even though you can't see the sun. I love that definition because I'm a watcher of the sun. I love sunrises and I love sunsets, but I really love sunrises. And you can see that kind of a glow when the sun is rising, but it wouldn't be considered an afterglow. It would be considered before glowing. So basically, my question is to you is what have you been doing since the afterglow, after New Year's? You know, um, this year I collaborated with a friend, Kat McDonald, and we held a workshop or a session, two sessions actually, before the new year and then after the new year, to journal using a free resource called Year Compass 2022-2023. I'll leave a link to that in the description box so that you can get your free copy of the Year Compass, which is a journal exercise. I printed it out. I'm not sure if you can see it. I've marked it up. I actually haven't completed it all, but it is a great tool. It's called Year Compass, and that's the way it looks. And you can do it. You could print it out, or you can also uh, uh, fill it out online. Type it in, type your responses to the prompts that are provided. It's a great tool, and our two sessions were well received, if I should say so myself. And I want to thank Kat for suggesting that we collaborate on this. I am a promoter, and I'm gonna say queen journaler. I really love journaling and know that there are benefits to journaling. It may seem a little stuffy or boring or whatever, but journaling has actually been very pivotal in my life changes since probably, I'm gonna say, uh, 2007. 2012 was a year in which I journaled quite often and consistently, and it has moved me to a place where I am now, and that is I'm doing well, and I attribute journaling to living the way I've wanted to live for a while and moving forward with how I want to live. So, Kat knew that, I believe, and suggested that we do this journaling exercise and session for a number of people who came in, and we journaled and felt that community energy, the vibrations, and got a lot done. So on back to after the afterglow, I asked you a question. What have you done since the afterglow? What have you done since the new year or after the new year, when you could wind down and just kind of take in what the new year is bringing you, what you left behind? Um, can you write it down? Can you say it? Can you speak it? What is it that you found out by taking time to think about it? What resonated with 2022 and now in this 2023? Not necessarily what you hope to accomplish, all of the things that you want to move toward, in list form. But how was it for you? How do you feel about things. And what I came up with is that I transitioned into 2023, just the day the December 31. I actually was had been invited by an old classmate of mine, law school classmate, who invited me to dinner with a group of women who, um, most of them I had met. Yeah, all of them I had met before, and we went to dinner, and then shared a toast to the new year at her house. I had here soaking my black eyed peas and had cleaned my collard greens to cook, as is the black tradition. I didn't do it in the order in which I was supposed to. You're supposed to cook them so that you don't come into the house after New Year's not having them before you went to bed. I don't believe in superstitions, but I did have my black eyed peas and greens and a little piece of bread. It wasn't even cornbread. Um, after on January 1. So, but what resonated with me prior to the new year was that I needed to get my body in shape. It's one of two things on my blueprint, my guide, in my journal that I haven't met yet. In fact, I was doing really well and I backslid and went into gaining some weight. And, I have two young adult children who's like, Ma, you talk about all this yoga and stuff you're trying to do, but, or doing, um, but you need to amp that up a little bit. And I got on the scale after I went to the gym, and I got a gym membership during 2022. The end of 2022, I jumped on the scale and I was really disappointed. And so running up to the new year, I was trying to figure out what I needed to do. Um, and did some more reading. I'd done diets, I'd done all this stuff. And a new friend of mine and YouTuber, we are in the same community of Exodus Summit. I speak about Exodus Summit as a group of people, but I know people individually. And one person that I reached out to is a nurse as well as a health professional. Um, and her name is Kia Wilson. And Kia gave me some guidance, and I took a challenge for her. And actually, I have my head screwed on tight of how I'm going to get to where I'm supposed to be with my body, with my nutrition, with eating for 2023 and throughout my life. And that's how I have to look at it. And that's the point that she made. And I will use her as a coach for this transition and transformation that I hope for in the coming months and years. So, so that was one of the things that, those are a couple of things that I did leading up to 2023. What I will be taking with me in 2023 is also resting. Yes, taking naps, resting, doing the work to let my body, my spirit, and my mind rest whenever I decide, not when anyone else decides for me, whether that be working with a contractor, or as I am a contractor or a client. I will work to rest my body, spirit, and mind myself. And I saw the benefits leading up to the new year of resting and working in my own pace, working so that I feel good and I have energy accumulated to expend on the things that I want to do. Um, so, rest is very important for me now and forever, not just 2023, but forever. Um, it's so good to take a nap, wake up, and feel refreshed and not feel burdened by taking a nap. Oh, what happens if I sleep? What's going to happen? Things aren't going to happen if I rest. I have to stay up and do this and I have to push myself. No, it's about easing into your day, into a moment. And if you have rest, you can accomplish so much. And one of the books, and I don't have it with me, is it going to be in my I'm gonna get up from this real quick and run and get this book. It's right over there. So yeah, it's okay. Okay, here it is. I wanted to show it to you and be able to speak the words in the right order and not mess up anybody's name. It is Rest is Resistance, a manifesto by Tricia Hersey. This is the first book club selection of 2023 for the Wellside Retreats, the book club. And if you are on my email list, you received a notification that this is the book selection for the first book for the year that we'll be reading and discussing, and the discussion will be held in February. And so if you aren't on the list, please do so. Go to wellsideretreats.care, wellsideretreats.care, and sign up for my email. And I also, by the time this plays, I will have had the book selection and registration on my website so that you can register. There are a few people registered right now, and those people are on my email list. But if you are interested in discussing how rest is something we have neglected, women, especially women at this age. I'm 59 and a half and I'm celebrating that. But women in their 50s and older, we've been told that we have to work harder, longer, and, keep one eye open for so long that we haven't rested. And it has taken a toll on our bodies, our mind, and our spirit. We have neglected ourselves. And, no one's to blame or shame, but we are in a society that doesn't value living. We're in a society that values work and how you make it up somebody's ladder, or how high you can jump, how fast you can run. And so we haven't been, it has never been a point of discussion that we celebrate resting. In other cultures, they take time to rest, to get a breath of fresh air, to walk slowly through a park or nature, to celebrate holidays or take off work for weeks just to be with family. We don't do that in our culture here in the United States. And it's important that we do. So that's what I'm celebrating this year. about building up my body, resting, putting some sleep in the bank, because with time you can't really do that often, and produce energy physically for yourself. You have to do it by resting. So we'll be reading this book. I'll be talking about all the great naps that I'm taking this year, the dreams that I'm having, not nightmares, but real soothing dreams that I'm having. And yeah, I hope use this as a wellness practice for yourself. Not just journaling, but resting, napping, taking that good old sweet nap. And it's funny. This is so random, but I think about rest when I think about my maternal grandfather, because after he retired from working for a number of years, I forget how many years that he worked before retiring, but when he did retire, he went back to the country, close to where he grew up, and he decided he wanted to be a farmer because that's what he knew. He knew how to raise crops. He knew how to raise pigs or hogs. He had some of the prize hogs around town, and he got money for his crops, and he took his hogs to the market, and and sold them, and for meat, for bacon, for ham. And he was very proud of that. But what he also, I remember him telling me, was he was so happy to tell me about his naps on the porch. And he said, I take good long naps now. And I thought that was so cool, because nobody had talked about naps unless you were a kid and they told you to go take a nap when you either did something wrong, or to give them a break, give parents a break, go take a nap. I'm taking naps for my own pleasure, for my own need for rest, and to preserve myself, uh, because I have a lot more years to live, and to live happily. So that is what is in my afterglow for the new year. So if you care to comment about what you're doing in the afterglow, please do so in the comments on this channel. Share share your goodness with us. Share what's happening uh, for you, what you've decided to do this during the afterglow, whether it be now or a few weeks from now, after everything has died down and all the celebrations have been had. What are you doing for yourself after all the festivity? Again, please like, subscribe, share this video with someone you know, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Take care and be well. Bye.